have your one headshot here.
Ta-da! There you go. So cute. Just stare at yourself.
I'm Katie Pelchar. I'm a mortgage lender at Loan Depot. I've been there in the Bend community for going on a decade here soon. When we first met and we started to talk about what exactly I want my image to be, I just really wanted it to be authentically who I am so that people can connect with me on a personal level. When you go to sit down and talk, it's more about building trust and having someone that you can actually work with. So that was really important to me to capture where I am in my life currently, but also put it into an image that people who are thinking about talking or making connections actually have someone that they can make that personal touch with. I think it's really intimidating going into, I don't know, looking at yourself as the person that's going to be in front of the camera. So it's super intimidating. And Miranda put together this beautiful booklet that you get to look through and really go over. And so it was nice to kind of go over it maybe a month before. There was plenty of time in that prep. And then peeking back at it every once in a while. So you kind of get your wardrobe in place and your hair in place and what exactly you want to like go with it. I think that booklet really kind of sets the stage and gives you a lot of different things to think about that maybe you wouldn't otherwise think about. I obviously chose to have my hair and makeup done, which was amazing, just because it kind of took away that concern or any of that side to it. So going into it, I think you're always a little intimidated that it's going to be overwhelming and you're not going to feel like yourself when you look at the photos after. And so I think that there was just a beautiful job done that was just very natural and made you feel well captured, I guess. Like you never know how lights and different settings are gonna go. And so it was nice to have someone else kind of take the reins and make sure that it looked good for the setting and what it was gonna be. The posing is always something that I'm afraid of when you go into taking any photos, because any wrong angle is gonna be on blast and you're gonna be the worst critic for it. But Miranda does a really good job about just really making sure that you're in a good position to make yourself feel really awesome, which is ultimately what you want. Like the client meeting photo too. Oh, yeah. I think that, yeah, those looked really, really awesome and just fun to capture it in such a neat spot that just kind of is very universal and captures a lot of what my business is like. So, and then definitely with Rue, like when we got a couple with Rue just looking straight at the camera and just being like right on the river at twilight was awesome. It was a really, really fun moment to capture. I just wanted to get a photo from a couple of different, right? So getting a little bit of everything from each set. And so it was nice to just sit down and see a little more intricate of like what you can edit or what can be more natural or what looks more natural and what you want to use as a professional headshot. So obviously the big one that everyone's going to see is what's in my business card and email signature. And so going through it and having someone that looks at photos all day can give you kind of guidance on which one's going to be the best use for that is certainly really helpful. Going into it, my goal is just to be more personable and having different professional photos that people can look at and reflect back on. So I think that that's definitely been captured through that. So people see who I am, they get a really good picture of it, and it gives me a professional perspective for all of the online presence that there is now. And I've just gotten so much feedback of people being like, oh, I know who Katie is. Like, oh, yeah, she's all over the place. And so it's just really nice to have photos that I feel really confident about and really reflect who I am that are being shown and reflecting my business side from a personal but professional perspective. So getting all the photos, getting all the assistants, and having Bruno there for the video side of it was just kind of a fun one to reflect back on for a really awesome day. I recommend Miranda for anyone that's trying to consider just rebranding or updating or, being in the real estate industry. There's a lot of people who have had photos that are so outdated and it just doesn't reflect well when you meet the person and you feel like it's a completely different person from what the photo is. So it was an amazing experience all around, but also really has been able to allow me to capture who I want to be professionally and personally.